Hey people, Mike Martins here with the Mike Martins channel. Um, if you're living in Canada, you're going to want to watch this and share this. But if you're living in the United States, the UK, Australia, and New Zealand, connecting the dots across the Commonwealth, you need to watch this. And this is something it's violence. Violence is skyrocketing. Stabbings set to skyrocket in Canada. That's it, I said it. Let's go into some of the fundamentals and what's happening and look at some of the back research on what's happening and how it's affecting and how it's going to affect us in Canada. I don't want this to happen. I don't want these things to happen. But the pattern that we've been following and what we've been seeing here on this channel is pointing all towards a skyrocket in stabbings. You'll see in a couple of months, maybe be a headline, skyrocket in stabbings across Canada. What is going on? Well, we're going to get down to it and tell you what is going on. And you're going to want to watch this as puppet politicians in America try to take guns away from Americans, which is a big no-no. And if America goes dark, Canada's dead. And we need Americans that are watching this to make sure they uphold their Constitution and make sure it's number one. Anyways, let me get to Canada and what's going on here, because this is major, and there will be a skyrocket of stabbings. I don't want this again. I don't want this to happen to anybody. Anybody. Now, here it is. Let's go over here. Remember, guys, I'm not teleprompter. I don't have anything. I'm just going as I go and kind of connecting the dots over the years of where we've been placing things. So, 3 people dead after stabbing in Montreal. Suspect in custody, police say. Father stabbed to death outside of Vancouver Starbucks after asking man not to vape near his toddler. Terrorism charges laid after BC bus attacked. ISIS named in court documents. So there it is right there. That was a stabbing on a bus. And there was a couple of other stabbings in BC too. And I kind of want to bring this back. And I want to bring this to the UK Parliament because this is really, really important. And on Mike of the Night, we had not a doctor, but an in-care patient help guy at a hospital from London call into the show, this was in 2017, to tell us that on any given night, you get 1 to 11 stabbings. Yeah. Yes. 1 to 11 stabbings in one night of people coming in being stabbed or violently stabbed, robbed, attacked, and stabbed. Or a knife fight, stabbed. Yes, you've heard it right. And this is something we've been very vocal about on this channel because so do you ban knives? Do you blame the person or the person that needs help or has mental illness, or do you blame the knife for doing it? Just like they're blaming guns for doing things, but a gun on its own doesn't go out and do things, right? Watch this. Knife crime statistics published Wednesday, 11th January 2023, UK House Parliament. Are you ready for this? Ooh, Mike, 45 stabbings in 2020, 2021. Ooh, no, that's really nothing. How's about 45,000 stabbings? Yes, 45,000 stabbings. So, the ONS data published, data police recorded crime involving knife, sharp instrument, for a selection of serious violent offenses. In the year ending March 2022, there were around 45,000 selected offenses involving a knife or sharp instrument in England and Wales. Wow, excluding Greater Manchester Police Force. This was 9% higher than in 2020, 2021, and 34% higher than in 2010, 2011. So we've been very, very vocal about this, right? In recent trend in knife crimes have affected by undercounting the Greater Manchester Police Force area prior to 2018-2019. Increases in recorded offenses in 2018-2019 are directly related with improvements in recording practices. So they started actually taking proper documentation. And there it is right there. 45,000, 2020, 21, 2018, 2019, 52,000 stabbings. England banned all guns and stuff, and all that other stuff and all that jazz. But the crime hasn't ended. It didn't solve the problem with crime. It actually 35,000, 45,000 stabbings in a year in England and Wales. Are you out of your tree? What, this is supposed to be normal? So I think they start to need to take accountability for the people that commit the crimes, or people that are about to commit. Well, I'm not talking about thought police or any of that. But if someone you know needs help, and they have a grand knife collection of 3,000 knives, and they're muttering things over and over and chanting and stuff, maybe you need to intervene as a friend. Maybe you need to find out what's going on here, buddy. I'm your friend here. Talk to me. So we're going to see a series of stabbings. I don't want this to happen. I don't want to foretell this and, oh, this guy is hoping this happens. I don't want this to happen to anybody. But this is where we're going. And I want to make this really clear to you guys. We don't want this in Canada, but it's heading that way. France, look up the statistics for stabbings. Sweden and some of those countries that you would think that would be so peaceful and so patriotic and so lovable. Look at what's going on, folks. And I just wanted to put this out there because I really care. I really care about where things are headed, because things are not headed right here. And maybe I'm just puffing smoke and it's going to simmer down in Canada, and things are going to simmer down, and the courts are going to actually start arresting people and putting them in jail for committing crimes, and the police won't have their hands so tight so they're allowed to actually do their jobs. Maybe that might happen. Maybe this video might open someone's eyes. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. How is the stabbings in your neck of the woods if you're in the Commonwealth? I'd like to know. Mike Martins here. Thanks for liking, subscribing, and being part of the channel. And if you want to support, just to Rumble. We are live for Mike in the Night for Rumble. And look forward to reading your comments on Mike of the Night. We're live every Saturday, 7 p.m. And you can go realmikemartins.com and you could find out what's going on, what we've been talking about all these years, and how we've been talking about all these years on what's happening, how it's happening. Censored for doing it. Mike Martins here. I have spoken.